Do you ever meet someone and think, wait, you do what? Well, that's what this podcast is all about. I'm Dana, and on Dishin with Dana, we talk to people doing cool stuff, chasing what they love, and making life a little more flavorful. No pressure, just a good convo. Let's rock. Julian Léon is a marine biologist with over 15 years of experience in research, fieldwork, and education. He currently responds to sick, injured, and orphaned marine mammals along the Los Angeles coast and shares marine science in creative ways through his platform, Jewels of the Sea.
My name is Jules Léon, and I am a marine biologist and a marine mammal responder here at the Marine Mammal Care Center.
Thanks for having me here. I'm very excited.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. It's so cool. So let's just go into it. So I've been following you guys for a while. Mm-hmm. I've seen you on their socials, obviously.
Well, thank you.
Yes, very good, very good. So I knew I was like talking to the right guy today. Nice. And yeah, I just, I never rescued any kind of marine mammal before.
But I've good. Respect their space.
So, yeah. But I've rescued like cats and dogs and birds. Nice. So there's that. But I followed you guys, and seeing what you do here is incredible. And I think sea lions and seals and all these marine animals are adorable. So give me a little bit about your background and how you kind of got started into this, because I feel like, a girl coming from New Jersey, this is a very unique kind of job. So give me a little bit about your background.
All right. My hero origin story.
Yes.
Is I was bitten by a radioactive animal encyclopedia.
Oh, man.
And from then on, I just had this knowledge and drive to... No, but basically I was always into animals. My grandmother gave me like stuffed animals when I was a kid, and like Beanie Babies. That was a thing way back when. I just dated myself there.
We're the same age then.
Okay, great. She would give me like Beanie Babies, and I would collect them, and I always thought they were so fascinating, and they were kind of similar to humans, but different. And I always thought that was so fascinating, and I would watch shows like Jeff Corrin and Steve Irwin's shows on Animal Planet, and I was just like obsessed with wildlife from then on. And then I started volunteering in high school at Roundhouse Aquarium here in Manhattan Beach, where I got to be an aquarist and feed the fish. And I remember one day I was feeding the octopus, and a two-spot octopus, and one of its arms like reached out to me, and it was just kind of like it was just kind of that painting in the Sistine Chapel. Like, it was just like kind of that moment. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. And because I was interested in animals, and then I started like realizing marine biology is what I really, really like. And then after that, I went to school at the University of Hawaii. Wow. And they had a lot of great research opportunities. I got to work at Kaimana Divers, where I got to become a dive master and learn all these great scuba skills, and it was being like an underwater astronaut. And there are certain things like the octopus and diving and doing a lot of different research jobs that really kind of like got me hooked. And so that led to all sorts of various jobs in the field, from being a fish technician in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, living with wildlife, and doing research on tilapia, studying osmoregulation. We're doing some work with sharks and seeing how they vertically migrate up and down the water column. And each job kind of led to another thing. And before you know it, I had like skills and opportunities not only in animal handling and research, but also in education as well. So it's been kind of a diverse background, and all those skills finally brought me to being a marine mammal responder for the last about 4 years or so. Yeah. I've been in the marine mammal world, I should say. Yeah.
Wow. So how hard is it to go to school for this kind of thing? Like, what are the classes in school like?
Yeah.
Science, right?
Yes. So it's not just, it's not just playing with sea lions and and stuff all day. Yeah, I know. That's what attracts people. But then they, they get to class and they're like, chemistry.
What's this?
That's how they get you. But yeah, and actually, in all honesty, school was really hard because, I was really into the biology. I could see how that directly connected to what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Yeah. But when it came to the statistics and the chemistry and things like that, then it was just I'm not really as interested in these classes. So I really struggled for a while in college and had kind of an identity crisis of, this is the only thing I've ever wanted to do pretty much. And am I going to be able to do that? But luckily there's an opportunity at my college where you can actually kind of design your own major, and you have to get a lot of approvals and you have to get a lot of different advisors from different departments to actually be okay, this is a real thing. You're not just majoring in cloud watching or something. I don't know. But I got to, design my own major, and it combined elements of oceanography, marine biology, zoology, and a lot of neuroscience and psychology. So I created something called marine animal behavior. And and so there were still hard classes, but there were more classes that were tailored to my interest. And some of those things, learning the ethology, the animal behavior of it all really applies to some of the things I do today, and paying special note of how when the animals are out there, how they react to certain things, and it all comes into play for sure.
So what is that a little bit for someone that doesn't study that at all, animal behavior and what you were studying specifically? Give a little synopsis of it really quick.
Basically you're studying the way animals do the things they do, why they do the things they do, what does that mean in their evolutionary history, how did that behavior develop, some of the cognitive capacity of the animals. A big topic is always do animals feel, and do how smart are they, and stuff like that, and you kind of learn you start learning questioning, why are we even asking these questions to begin with? Like a snail, it doesn't have to be Albert Einstein. It's just going around eating fungus. It's evolved to do this job and is doing a great job. So it's a little anthropocentric to make intelligence all about the top thing to qualify an animal as worthy, I guess. Studying how animals react to things, what they're cognitively able to react to things. So their senses, for example, animals don't perceive the world not all animals perceive the world the way we do. So trying to see, I think what really drew me to it was trying to see through an animal's eyes was pretty cool.
Wow. So so going to here, I guess, the Marine Mammal Care Center, most of the animals that you rescue are sea lions and seals, or what kind of animals are the main ones that? Yeah, so
marine mammals in general, but with a special focus on pinnipeds. So those are our flipper-footed friends, most of it's going to be California sea lions. And those are ones that you're going to see around here. They have the classic bark that everyone knows. Yep, you got it. Did you take that as an elective? Oh, great. Wow.
Impersonation, I majored in it.
The dialect is just on point.
Thank you.
There's the classic California sea lion. They have little ears, a classic barking sound, brownish coat. We also have our harbor seals. They're that kind of cookies and cream colored coat, and don't have the ear flaps, not always as vocal. And then we have our elephant seals, which are really cool. A lot of people know the adults that have the big proboscis or the trunk.
It's crazy looking.
And they make all kinds of crazy noises. I was just up a little bit up in Central California, past Morro Bay and San Simeon, where one of their rookeries is. That is a place where pinnipeds gather for their mating season. So I was just there, and yeah, it's just a whole, like, you can make a reality show just out of that. Like, there's animals mating, there's animals fighting, there's animals giving birth, and it's all within like 10 feet of each other, and it's just chaos. There's like pups stealing milk from not their moms, and it was really interesting to go up there and kind of see all of these things. And then we also have fur seals, the northern fur seal and the Guadalupe fur seal. Sometimes come around here, not as often, but and then on rare occasions we'll get the occasional dolphin, and we're also part of this stranding, a large whale disentanglement program through NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. I made it through all that. Saw the light leave my eyes a little bit. It's like, wait, I just say NOAA so much.
So many of these different names, and you're like, all right.
It's like, come on, marine biology.
You got it passed.
But yeah, they invited us to their large whale disentanglement program, where so many whales get caught in different fishing gear. So we're also responsible for going out and we get all the special training to help those animals out too as well. So as whale,
So mainly what you house here though are like sea lions or seals or anything. Like you can't bring like dolphins here.
You won't find a blue whale back there.
Shucks.
We're gonna need a lot more funding for that.
Yeah, I think so.
I
mean, hey, we could do it.
But yes, day to day, we're going to have the sea lions and the elephant seals and harbor seals mostly. And each of them kind of, and there's a seasonality to it. So we're going to be entering, so right now it's like kind of the weaning period of sea lion pups, where they are weaned from their mothers. They're kind of exploring out, getting more independence, trying to figure out how to be a sea lion. And some of them that can't quite figure it out, those are the ones that might become malnourished, which is one of the things that we, one of the conditions that we kind of come across through mostly. And so we pick up animals like that. And if that's one of the only things that's going on with them, it's between 2 and 4 months of really hard work from our hospital staff team. They work really hard rehabilitating the animal. I always think that anyone can argue who has the harder job, but it's like, we have to catch the animals, and that can be pretty hard. But then they're the ones that have to deal with the animals for 4 months of putting in all this hard work, and then after about 4 months, if everything goes well, then they get released back into the ocean, and that's always super rewarding.
I bet. I mean, my biggest question when I always see them get released into the ocean again is like, how do they know where to go? Like, I mean, I don't know with animals, but did they have a home in the ocean where they were, and then they were gone for 4 months, so they go back? Like, do you know, like what happens? Like, do they just kind of go back in and then just be one with the ocean again? Like, is that what happens?
Kind of.
Might be a silly question, but
no silly questions. Once they're released, they're really amazing animals. Most of the California sea lions are going to be born, and a lot of pinnipeds in general around here are born around like San Miguel, the channel, around the Channel Islands. So there's there's Santa Cruz, San Miguel, Santa Rosa. But San Miguel has one of the biggest populations of pinnipeds, so that's just out. That's like out there, just in the middle of the ocean. So once they're born, they're swimming along the coast, really getting to know it. I've released a sea lion that I caught in Marina del Rey, which is about 40 minutes from our location right now. And people always ask us, like, oh, do you bring the animals back to, like if I pick up an animal from Marina del Rey, are they going to go back to Marina del Rey? There's like, the answer is no. Like, this is not Sea Lion Uber, and they don't tip very well. So we released them at a beach nearby here, but like I released that animal, and literally the very next day, I was in Marina Del Rey. I saw the animal's tag number, and I was just like, "Oh, what's up, Bill?"
You made it back.
Yeah, you made it back. So they know the coastline very well, and especially males. They'll even go all the way up to Alaska to feed on some like very nutrient-rich waters there. So so yeah, they get around. They know what's up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so another question I had is like, what is the difference between a sea lion and a seal?
Right.
I know that there's a difference, but like what, like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I like, so yeah, level one knowledge is just like, people probably don't know the difference. So it's just like, everything's a seal, right? Because that's just like shorter, easier to say. But level two knowledge is being like, okay, the sea lions will have the ear flaps. Seals don't have the ear flaps. They still have ears, but they just have the little ear holes. They also have like seals also have like shorter flippers, especially like the front flippers. Like they're not kind of like the long paddle shaped like a California sea lion.
Yeah.
And then there's the vocalizations, of course, the way they bark, where seals kind of will do more like a grunt sometimes. Elephant seals just do
everything. Do you have an elephant seal here?
Not right now, but they're loading right now. They're in the queue for sure. And then so yeah, there's the way that they talk, but there's also the way that they walk. California sea lion, for example, can rotate its back flippers and actually like run, trot, sometimes outrun me. Whereas the seals, they do something called galumphing, and it basically blub, blub,
like
blub,
like
blub.
doing the worm.
Yeah, basically. So if you go to the club, you want to invite a seal to bust some moves for sure. So, and then like the next level is like realizing that there's also something called fur seals, and fur seals are technically more of a sea lion. They're like if you want to get all taxonomic, the way we scientists classify different animals. Like if you want to get all taxonomic about it, then the fur seals are technically under Odoriidae. And that is what the sea lions are under. Yeah. So technically they're so much. So then someone's like, oh, well, that's not really a seal. That would be a sea lion. And then it gets all confusing. But the truth is, it's just like, if you ask me, like, they're all seals to some degree. Some of them are just eared seals, and some of them are, don't have the external ears. So it depends on how you want to take it.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, no, that's cool though. I was curious about that as I was driving up here. I'm like, I wonder, like, what are really the differences?
Yeah, and now that's the thing, and you can.
I can kind
fight
of
with people
about. Use with big words too if I remember them.
Yeah.
And then another thing. So going back to like animal behavior. I feel like sea lions are always called like the water dog.
Yeah.
Excuse my Jersey accent. Water dog.
Oh, water. Yeah.
It's the worst two words to say. Are they like able to be trained and stuff? Because I feel like I've met a few sea lions in my life.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like they've just been like dogs almost. Like
yeah. So yeah, they are.
They seem very smart.
Yeah, they're very, very smart, highly trainable. The military has used, sea lions to find like underwater mines and do some like covert things and like spy sea lion and highly trainable, very, very intelligent, very smart. Like classic places that they have like some places will have like animal shows. And stuff like that. And they use sea lions because they're so highly trainable, so smart, so receptive to play, for sure. And
they're friendly to humans too, right?
Yeah, I mean, to a degree, I don't want to spread the information that you can just go up to a sea lion and get go be like, what's that, and give it a hug and stuff like that. Like, no, they're so wild animals, and yeah, a lot of people say like they're you know, like they're water dogs, but you know, technically they're more closely related to bears. So
wow, okay.
they're more like, so when you see a sea lion. Sometimes I like to tell people, I mean, think of it more as like a bear. Like they can mess you up if they. We have some skulls back
teeth.
here.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, you don't want to. You really don't want to mess with that.
Holy
and
smokes.
just looking at the elephant seals, for example, like I mean,
They look
like
scary.
They
Funny. That's scary.
Yeah, very funny but scary. But like, you know, they're battling out. Some of the males can get up to for a California sea lion can be 700-800 pounds. Like, you know, yeah, you don't want to mess with them for sure. But yeah, I mean, they're still just super intelligent for sure.
All right. So what has been one of the most difficult rescues that you've maybe had?
Man. Yeah, yeah, sometimes the location is difficult.
And you'll go anywhere, right? You'll like kind of drive wherever the call comes from.
Yeah, so we're responsible for about 70 miles of coastline from our territories, kind of from the end of Long Beach all the way up to like Pacific Palisades, just like south of Malibu.
Did you get any from the fires?
So our partners at the California Wildlife Center, they are in the Malibu area, and they will rescue seals and sea lions from that area. I believe they did transfer because I think they had to shut some things down there.
Yeah.
And so they did transfer a few animals over to us, and like good on them. They're still actually doing rescues up there, but it's a really important partnership that we have because I mean, Malibu would be really far away for us to get to, so it's great that they're doing that up there.
We have something up there and down here.
But yeah, when it comes to kind of like crisis time, like all of these different stranding centers along the coast of California, we all rely on each other. Like we need partnerships. We need we're all nonprofits, so we have to rely on each other. Humans are the best resources for each other in terms of like helping each other out. So dock rescues are particularly challenging because once the animal goes inside the net, usually they they're finding the net. They don't know what's happening, of course. Maybe if I could bark, use some of your sea lion bark, maybe I could tell them that everything's going to be okay.
I'm free if you need me.
Off the FaceTime or something like that.
Could you imagine?
Translator. Usually they're kind of fighting the net, and usually they'll be in the net, but they fall into the water. And if it's like, if you're on a dock and it's like that, then it's like really challenging because then all of a sudden you have 300 pounds of animal plus a big wet net, and you have to like pull that up. So my colleague Brad and I were trying our best to hoist it up, and then we ended up calling a few people to help at least get it up, and then we got him back into the kennel, and that took some effort, but we were able to do it, and that's actually the same animal that I saw in he was brought in, and they removed the line and cleaned up the wound, and either the next day or a few days after they released him, and then whatever day after that release date saw him back in Rio. Right? So, and I still see him sometimes too. So we're old pals. So me and Sal go way back.
You ever fall in like the ocean or whatever doing it?
Have I ever?
Yeah. If you're doing a dock rescue kind of thing.
I've never fallen in. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you're like trying to get an animal from like a jetty, like some of the rocks that go out from the beach,
it's got to be difficult.
Because sometimes the tide's coming in, and one time I was trying to get an animal, and the tide was coming in at the same time, and definitely got splashed there. But yeah, it's a it is a dangerous job.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's certain things that we try to do to be as safe as possible. We have like these like bite-proof gloves. We try to always be aware of your surroundings. Like if there's rocks full of algae on it, then I'm bringing my like rock climbing shoes.
Yeah, because it's slippery.
One of the hardest things about working here in Los Angeles is that there's just so many people. I mean, in other locations, it's a lot more rural. There's not as large of a population, but we have all these people in LA just concentrated into this like one little area, and it really becomes a problem for like for the animals' habitat because sea lions naturally will go on a beach, like that's part of their habitat. But sometimes people will see that and then they'll start interacting with the animal, and then the animal doesn't actually get to rest. They are semi-aquatic animals. They're not in the water all the time. They do come out to rest sometimes, especially the California sea lions. So having these large populations can be really hard to deal with. But like I said, people can sometimes be the problem, but they're also the solution because then I get to talk to them, and that's like the first kind of introduction to this whole world. And then I'm always like, yeah, come visit us at the center, and they come to the center, and they our educators teach them even more. They might get to see the animal they called about here. So it starts, kind of turning some gears and realizing like the world is, kind of a lot bigger than you think it is, kind of thing.
Oh, for sure. And not only that, but then you guys get exposure here, and then it probably helps you out with donations and just awareness and everything.
Yeah, because I mean, ultimately, like you said, you've rescued some cats and other animals. And
now everyone comes to me with a stray cat.
Are you the stray cat lady now?
I am. The amount of cats I've had throughout my life is like over 25, maybe.
Cool.
But I only have one cat right now. His name is Jimmy. He was found outside of a gym.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a rabbit, and his name is Snickerdoodle, and but he has a lot of he has a lot of nicknames that come from that. Like
I got like 20 nicknames as well for Jimmy, and then I have a lizard.
Oh, but what kind?
Bearded dragon.
Oh, nice.
So she doesn't like water or anything. She's like more of a desert lizard.
Yeah.
But she likes to bask on rocks, and that's also something I like to do. Like
you understand each other.
The beaches by me, they have big rocks, and you could just sit and just like enjoy the sun. So I get it with the sea lion, like why they would like to do that. Honestly.
But yeah, I mean, people love people love animals. So,
thanks for getting me back on track.
People love animals, and they really do connect with them, and then if you can teach them like certain things that can actually like help them, because a lot of people, we do get calls for some people like they see a sea lion on the beach and they're like, oh my gosh, I better get it back in the water so it doesn't die. But they have all the good intentions for sure. But that's not what needs to happen. Like you would need to call 1-800-39-WHALE, call the professionals, and you get to talk to people like me that will kind of tell you what's going on. Like, sea lions, they breathe air. They don't need to go back in the water necessarily. They might not be feeling well, but
they're not like a dolphin where if you see one washed up on shore, it's probably more of an issue, right? So
yeah. So this was that educational part, and giving people more tools to use, and letting them know that we exist and we're out there, because we're kind of tucked away back here in San Pedro.
That's nice. It's a cool area. So like, explain this place a little bit, how people could either get involved if they want to volunteer, if that's an option, or, if they want to bring their kids here. And because I see that you have that, and we'll do a little walkthrough if you're cool with that a little bit. But, just they do like little classroom set up in the back. That's over here. So just explain so people know that they can come here if they can. So,
they sure can. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we are open to the public from 10 to 4. And on those days, we'll have our volunteers stationed around. Our education docents will tell you all about the animals, all the fun facts, all the difference between seal and sea lion. Maybe they'll bark. I don't know. They have lots of fun there. And then this visitor center space will be open, which has which has some skulls, which just has there's a variety of things, but also like that little like play area where you can like learn look at different X-rays, and we have like little lab coats for kids to put on so they can be a veterinarian, so they can experience some of that. It's all so hands-on, and it's pretty
awesome.
cool.
Just like walking around, I can tell. And I mean, I wish I had something like this when I was a kid. To go to and stuff. This would be really cool.
Yeah.
This was awesome. I don't want to keep your time in case you have to go and rescue a cute little thing. So unless I can come with, that would be so cool. Then I'll stay here all day. But yeah, if there's anything else, but otherwise, share where people could find you, or if they want any more information, and then we can go and do a little tour here.
Yeah. So you can find us at Marine Mammal Care on Instagram, on Facebook. You can find us there. If you want to find me, I'm Jules of the Sea 2021 on Instagram, and yeah, that's where you'll find us. That's where you get all the fun seal and sea lion facts and ocean puns.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
You texted me that yesterday, so I can't take credit for it.
My catchphrase is "Keep it real like a seal." Yeah.
Thanks for spending this time with me. Seriously, it means the world. If today made you smile, think, or feel a little more connected, go ahead and follow the show, share it with someone who needs it, and don't be a stranger. Come hang out on Instagram with me at Dana M. Schaeffer. Until next time.